Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, December 18th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 51 of 2024. Imagine that. And in my neck of the woods, it is currently 43 degrees with a high of 60 and a low of 39. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I'm doing it. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who see this broadcast when I download it into the group Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, which I highly suggest you join because that's where you get your free buddy coloring pictures. Okay. So we've got some neat things on tap. Hello, Angela. So we've had a new book purchased for the group. It's the Posh Coloring Book stuff, Thomas Kincaid, Painter of Light. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of it so you can see how it looks. Beautiful book. I think you're going to like it. All right. And then we've got our buddy color, which is our elderly woman. Beautiful piece. This is from my book, Grandma's and Grandpa's Jubilee. And then the third thing that we're doing is we have our Disney princesses, and this is our Beauty and the Beast. All right, so who's in? Maggie, okay, Mamie, Lori, Maggie, happy Wednesday to one and all. Angela, Lori, Linda, and the three amigos, Uno, Dos, Trace, Linda, Michelle, hi Michelle, and Wally. Mamie, do you have those links? Hello, Janie. There we go. Painter of Light, Thomas Kincaid. And then Grandma's and Grandpa's Jubilee. And then our Disney Dreams Collection, the princess version. Okay. Mamie, we just still need our grandma's and grandpa's Jubilee. And then our Disney Dreams collection, which is our princess version. Okay, so Angela, thank you so much. I got it yesterday, the 17th. Angie thought that this would be a really neat book. Mary, hello. So let's make sure that we've got both in view. Absolutely beautiful images. Uh-oh, sneeze. Ooh! Excuse. Oh, and by the way, these are labeled Abundant Harvest, Boulevard Lights, Paris, Carmel, Ocean Avenue on a rainy afternoon. Thank you, guys. Charleston, Sunset on Rainbow Row. Aren't those beautiful images? City by the Bay. Clock Tower Cottage. Beautiful images. Cobblestone Bridge. Love this one. Cobblestone Brook. Cobblestone Mill. This one is beautiful too. Cobblestone Village. Dogwood Chapel. Isn't that beautiful? Foxglove Cottage. Guys, what do you think so far? The Good Life. There's a teeny tiny little fisherman right here. Hollyhock House. Hometown Pride. Hometown Evening. I love these old-fashioned cars. Hometown Morning. The Hour of Prayer. It doesn't get much better. This one would be a beautiful one to do as well. You bought this book March 23rd and it was on sale and it still is. Excellent. Lamplight Village. Lamplight Manor. Linda, have you done any of the pictures out of it? The Light of Peace. Make-A-Wish Cottage. Morning Glory Cottage. Okay, Linda. The Mountain Chapel. Isn't that beautiful? Mountain Paradise. Mountain Retreat. Nature's Paradise. The Old Fishing Hole. Love this one too. Look at the greenery that's hanging down. A Peaceful Retreat. A Perfect Summer Day. Hey, Thomas. Spirit of Christmas. Love this old-fashioned coach here. Stillwater College. Sunday Outing. Sunset on Lamplight Lane. Linda, you're still working on Cinderella? Hard with your eye. Okay. Angela, give me the name of the picture that you're working on. Sunset at Riverbend Farm. Yes, Thomas, this was gifted to the group. Angie gave it to us. Sweetheart Cottage. Oh, the Christmas one is the one you're working on. Victorian Autumn. Oh, let me see if I can find our Christmas one real quick. Spirit of Christmas, is that one? Beautiful. Thomas, this is a new book that Angie gave us, Posh Coloring Book, Thomas Kincaid, Painter of Light. Okay, Victorian Autumn, love this one. The Aspen Chapel. Beyond Summer Cafe. Cobblestone Lane. Country Living. Everett's Cottage. So you can see the theme of this book. The Forest Chapel. Home is where the heart is too. I love the blue and white mix on this. Hometown Lake. Oh, this one was done long before the Disney stuff. Gotcha. Julianne's Cottage. Well, Disney obviously liked his work. Lamplight Bridge. Lamplight Lane. Moonlight Cottage. A New Day Dawning. Hello, kitty. A Peaceful Time. A Quiet Evening. Seaside Hideaway. We're almost done with the flip through, guys. Streams of Living Water. Victorian Light. The Village Lighthouse. So what do you think, guys? Victorian Garden 2. The Valley of Peace. Stepping Stone Cottage. Evening Majesty. This one would be beautiful too because of the color. Hometown Memories. Teacup Cottage. I think this is the last one. All right, let's see. Oh, this is copyright 2016, by the way. And then here's the image on the back. So there you go. Angie, thank you so much for this book. And guys, you know that I always recommend the books that have the picture on the left. Hi, Mary. Apologies, calling it a night. Been a long day. Went to see my dad. Took him to see the facility. How did he like it? Then took him back home. Then I drove home. I keep falling asleep. All right. So let me set this off to the side. To the side, I mean. Good night, Mary. Oh, wait. Wait, Mary. I'll do a special song for you. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. I usually do that song for Kitty, but I thought you might enjoy it. Okay, tissue time. I'm going to mute you for a second. Be right back. Okay. Grandma's and Grandpa's Jubilee. Oh, here's a little gift card that came with the book. A gift card for you. Oh, excuse me. Enjoy your gift from Angie. Posh Coloring Book, Thomas Kincaid. All right. So last night I was working my way up from the bottom. We did our base colors, our light, medium, and dark. And now I'm coming back with my dark color and I'm starting to pencil in the detail. So what I'm going to do, I'm still blending. I'm finger blending. You can use paper towel. Now, while I'm here, you know the faces, older faces tend to have dark spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add basically a little birthmark on here. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Payne's Gray, and oh my gosh, guys, you have to be super, super light with this. And I'm just going to brush over the top with it. And I want you to notice that when I do that, I'm just going to put a little bit of the darker color on part of it. And then we'll finger blend that. Isn't that cool? Who's coloring this with me? Oh, I need to know. How's your day going? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say win, even though I got this book yesterday. Hello, Miss Karen. Made me draw. Janie, you're coloring with me? Kitty, draw. Maggie, draw. Miss Janie, draw. Angela, draw. Lori says win, got an early Christmas gift set of Chrome Flow pencils by Derwent. Ooh. Okay. Now we have a cheek area right here. Linda, draw. So our cheek area is going to be this lighter area. So I'm going to work around it with my darker flesh color. All right, let me change the light here. I feel like we've got too much reflection. Linda, you're coloring with me? Okay. So all these areas now that we colored in with the darker color initially, I'm going back and smoothing it out so that it doesn't look so lined. See how harsh that nose looks at the moment? Finger blend. I need to adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. So is everybody clear on our process so far? We did the light, the medium, and the dark. And now I'm going back with my darkest color and I'm penciling in the detail. And notice when I go over an area, I use quite a bit of strokes with this. That's what people mean when they say coloring in layers. Now, I've got another natural dark spot here, right here. So there's my darkest skin color, which is my cinnamon. And then a little bit of Payne's Gray, like a little dot in there. And a little bit of shading. You know how when you look on an older person's skin, you see these darker spots? They're almost like moles. Okay. So let's work around the eye. Blending, 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 rawhide. Notice how I keep that process going. And don't forget to turn your pencil. Isn't that beautiful? Do you see the area coming to life? Now, let's look at the difference between the two eyes. And you can see how much more vibrant and alive this one looks because of the extra blending and the shading. So putting in our light, medium, and dark, that was a precursor to this. And now we're detailing. Now, these lines on the nose are pretty harsh, right? So now we need to soften them up, and the way that we do that is we take our same pencil, this is the dark, again, the darker, the light, medium, and dark, and we color a little bit off to the side of the initial line. In other words, we're going to blur that line. Now, guys, even if you don't know what you're doing, while you're learning, follow my lead. Okay. Now we've got some dots on the nose here. Finger blend. And notice how I'm blending in those dots with our pencil. In other words, you're adding context to the dots. Now, we have a little divot here on the nose. You know how when you put your fingers on your nose, on either side there's a little divot? Because it's right on top of this poofed area. So our divot is right here. Guys, put your fingers on your nose and feel that little divot. All right, and let's get underneath here the nostril. And then a little bit of our Payne's Gray just to sharpen that up a little bit. Any questions? Now here we are softening our lines again. So that means I'm going very slightly on either side of that initial line that I colored in. Any question at all? This should not intimidate you. Your grayscale is right there. And as long as you follow my lead, you'll be just fine. Now, remember that little area underneath our nose? I can't remember what the name of it is. There's a medical term for it. But right in the center of your nose, between your lip and your nose, is that little divot. I think it's filrum. Siri, what is the divot under the nose called? What is the divot under the nose called? It's Phil.
The divot under the nose is called the philtrum.
Oh,
this answer is from ifulshins.com.
Filtrum. I was close. Now, does everybody see how I'm softening these lines that I started with a darker pencil? I'm just going to put a little bit of that additional color on either side of it. And make sure that you blend the kajibers out of it. All right, finger blend. Or paper towel blend, or whatever floats your boat. Just get that puppy blended. Okay. Our chin. Now, notice we've got a line right here. And I'm going to go ahead and emphasize that a little bit. And then I'm going to emphasize this darker spot. Now, this leaves lots of opportunity to put in these little darker islands of color to make the skin look more realistic. So again, I'm going to pop in with a little bit of Payne's Gray, and I'm only going to color parts of that discoloration. Okay. And then we've got our area here. And again, remember, we're fuzzing up these lines a little bit. We're softening them up. Any questions at all, guys? Okay, finger blend. Let me pull out. Doesn't that look cool? Anybody having any problems following me, for those of you that are coloring with me? Now, you want to be very meticulous when you color this. Now I'm going to come in under the chin. And we're going to shade in our divots. And I want you to see how that's starting to shape the neck. We've got a nice little waddle of skin right here. And I want you to think about what's going on. This is the base of the hand that's pushing up the skin. Now I'm going to take a little bit, again, of Payne's Gray. barely touching the paper. Butterfly kiss with this. Finger blend. Everybody see how that Payne's Gray really brings out our folds and texture. Okay, Thomas, good night. And notice a very, very light touch of gray. And notice how I'm particularly shading in this area between the neck and the sweater. All right, back with my cinnamon on top of the areas that I just colored with gray. We want to make sure that that looks very natural. Finger blend. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm going to use a paper towel. Don't forget to switch areas of your paper towel. Okay. Now, one of the things that will make or break your coloring is how you do your eyes. So I want to go ahead and put the eyes in, and that way it'll give us a really nice, how do I want to say this? Beacon for the rest of the image. All right. Now, older eyes start to turn into a light blue. So I'm going to do a combo blue and gray. Anybody remember what their grandmother's eye color was? Let's see, I'm going to go with a slightly different blue. Now, in this particular picture, we may have the start of cataract. Any question on how I'm applying this color? Now, I'm going to come in with my light blue now. And I'm going to diffuse that darker blue a little bit. Linda, blue-gray for you? Isn't that beautiful? Finger smudge, very small. All right. Eye to the left. And then our light blue. All right, let me pull out finger blend. But before I pull out, I'm going to come in with a medium gray. And I'm going to put in just a little bit of gray here. Not much. All right, let me pull out. Guys, what do you think? Now, obviously, I haven't done my darker color. I'm about up to this point. All right. We continue. Now, if you're not coloring this picture with me tonight, what are you coloring? Okay, back with my cinnamon. Maggie, you're working on a little boy. Lori Teresa Goodrich, home for the holidays. That's pretty cool. Teresa Goodrich has good stuff. All right, now notice how I am blending and softening the skin under the eye. I'm going to blend and soften this nose a little bit. Lori, you're really stuck in her books right now? Hey, good place to be. Sometimes, you start coloring something and it just catches your fancy and off you go with it. Okay, this is my darkest skin tone here. All right. Let's go back down to the lip. Now, what I want you to notice is as you're coloring, when you work on one area, now I'm talking about areas that we've already addressed with color. When you work on one area, you may feel compelled to go back to a previous one and adjust your tones. Perfectly normal. Oh, Mamie, you're very happy to learn how to color aging skin. Not hard. It really isn't. Everybody catch what I mean about constant adjustment with your pencils. Oh, let me do something here. Hold on. Okay, sorry for the wiggle. Okay, so let's go over to our cheek, her right to our left. Now I'm going to put a little edging on this cheek, even though the grayscale didn't call for it. Remember, guys, don't go brain dead when you're doing grayscale. Mamie, is everything that I'm doing making sense to you? Are there any barriers to you coloring this piece? Oh, I'm having too much fun with this. Okay. And again, paper towel. Let's take a quick look at this. All right. She's really coming to life, isn't she? Okay, so while I'm here, let's go ahead and do the lips. Now, we want Grandma to have very soft Grandma colored lips. Let's see what we got here. So these are the two colors I'm going to start with. Our two pinks. So we have a light and a darker pink. So I'm going to start out with my darker pink. Again, I'm just barely touching the surface with these pencils. I'm just skimming my pencil across the surface. Guys, what color do you remember your grandma's lips being? Anyone care to share that memory? My Linda, so glad to see you. Hi, Melinda. Thumb number 14. Okay, now let's come in with our pink. My Linda, tell us something fun. Isn't that pretty? Finger blend. And I'm going to come in with a little bit of, ivory or white. We'll come in with some ivory. Melinda, you had leftover lunch from your office Christmas lunch for today's lunch. That works. All right, let's take a look at this. So what do you think? Lori says she looks alive, much better. Now, you guys know that I'm always telling you to do the part of the picture that inspires you. I wanted to start on the skin and work that skin tone. And then that inspired me for the lips and the eyes. I love her eyes. They look like they're piercing. Now, does anybody remember what color we use if we want to tone down lips? Flesh color. Exactly, Lori. If you wanted to tone down that color, all we would have to do is take our flesh pencil and go over the top with it. But I'm pretty happy with this color. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, I knew you'd be in soon because my Linda just popped in. I swear you guys coordinate with each other. All right. Now, these lips, on the lighter part, it's looking a little grainy to me. So I very carefully am going to apply my blender pencil. And a finger blend. All right, much happier. I am a happy camper. Now, guys, whether you're thrilled about doing skin or not, I want you to do this piece. It's a really good piece to learn skin on. It's got lots of wrinkles in it. I showed you the demonstration with my hand. You can see the dark areas to create a wrinkle. And then as I bend my fingers, it gets clear. Bend my fingers. If you were coloring my fingers, you can very easily see where you would put in your darker colors to create the look of wrinkles. Okay. I think I'm going to add one more element before I change images here. Let's see. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of pink to the cheeks. Let me swatch that for you. All right. So in this area where we have the lighter cheek, I'm going to add just a little bit of pink. Now, at this point, you need to decide whether this pink comes from a natural flush of grandma or whether she's put on a little bit of makeup. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to put a little bit darker flush on the shadow area. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm starting on the shaded area here. And then, because we don't want this to look like makeup, we need to put some pink on the other side, other part of the cheek. So the idea here is, if you don't want it to look like makeup, you need to do a broader pink on the cheeks. Any questions? Any barriers that you're feeling that prevents you from coloring this piece? Now, I want you to notice how I'm taking my time working this. I'm building up my pink. And guys, take your time. Paper towel. All right, let's pull out. What do you think? Okay. Now, where's the last place that we put a little bit of pink? There we go. I just had a little gap I wasn't happy with. The neck. That's right, Mamie. Correct, Kathy. That's right, my Linda, on the throat. Now, it is so subtle that you hardly know it's there, but it makes the picture look 10 times better when you add this type of coloring. And I'm talking about the throat color. So average people that would be coloring this image, they wouldn't put the pink on the throat. But we put our pink on it. Let's put a little bit right there. Now, guys, you really don't see the pink per se. Let me blend this. It is so subtle that it just adds to the overall look. I am not happy with that cheek. I'm using my lightest skin color just to blend in that pink a little better. Now again, this is your decision between making it look like makeup and making it look like her natural cheek color. And again, guys, not hard. This really isn't. Okay, I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. I want you to feel absolutely confident in doing something like this. Okay. All right. Now, I gave you guys 2 extra images of wrinkled old ladies. And I want you to take one of them and I want you to color it. That's your homework. So pick one of the 2 remaining ladies, and based on this technique that I'm showing you for this one, color it up. Okay, I need to stand up a second, put a robe on. Hold on. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. It's not you losing sound. I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. Okay. Domino, what do you want? You want to go out? Come on out. Come on. Whoop. Okay. I'm about to go to my next piece. Guys, if you want to learn how to color skin, do the exercise I just assigned you. Okay. Next image. Janie, you're going to do the lady with the flower. Oh, yeah. Mamie will give you a link to those pictures again. Okay. We're making really good progress here on our Disney picture. I hope you guys are learning from this as well. So I started to work on Beauty. Specifically, I worked on her face. Now I'm going to take a darker brown and I'm going to give her a little bit of eyeshadow color because right now her eyes look very vacant. So we need to come in with a medium brown. And I'll tell you, this face, it looks large on the screen while I'm coloring it for you, but it is small. Ugh. But that's okay. We love a challenge, don't we? And then I'm going to darken her eyebrow just a little bit. And does anybody know what color Beauty's eyes are supposed to be? And while you're figuring that out, I'm going to come in with a nice blush color. Now, I put some on her the other night, but it's not dark enough. So I'm going to add a little more tonight. And of course, I've got the pink here on her throat for that flush color. Carmen, hello. Oh, much better. Guys, I'm going to pull out so I can show Carmen what we did before she got here. Carmen, this is our old lady. Oh, Belle has hazel eyes. Okay. Thank you, Carmen. Guys, I really would like to see you posting more WIPs, work in progress, from the coloring that we do during the broadcast. I think sometimes you guys forget that this is a teaching group. I've got one little area that's bugging me. Oh, okay. Kathy just sent me a picture of her special edition 2-disc set. So guys, please start posting your WIPs. Yeah, and this is a really good picture of Beauty and the Beast. It looks like in this picture her eyes are brown, his are hazel. Thanks for the image. Lori, good night. Oh, not Lori, Janie. Janie's got to be up at 5 a.m. Good night, Janie. Good night, Janie. Good night, Janie. So glad you were with us today. Now, I want you guys to think about what color you'd like me to make this sweater when I get back to this picture. If we did a light blue it would match her eyes. But we could also do a contrast to the blue. So think about that, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night. Maybe I'll put up a little poll in the group. Okay. So I just added a little bit of pink to Beauty's face. And we were talking about her eyes. And again, this is going to be a real trick because her face is so small on this image. I'm almost thinking about using my water-based markers because they have a fine tip point on one of the ends. Lisa, hello. So I'm going to put a touch of brown in there. Oh, look at that. That really made the face pop. Am I good or am I good? Lisa, how the heck are you doing? Okay. Guys, you don't have to answer that question. I was just making a joke about pulling off that teeny tiny dot. Lisa, here's our elderly lady that we're working on. I think she's coming together beautifully. All right. Okie dokie smoky. Let's work on her hair. Now, for giggles and laughs, I can go ahead and use the brown marker that I just used for her eyes. So let me show you the original. You can see that's pretty dark except along the top. Oh, Carmen, you're so excited. Hubby got me the Cali Arts. They went on sale for $50 for 168 colors. Oh, yay. You go, girl. I'd be excited too. Okay, I'm going to come in with a yellow water-based marker. I'll tell you, when anybody in this group scores coloring supplies, I'm happy for you. Oh, I'm just cleaning off her dress. I'm so excited. Da 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 dum. All right, so we have a yellow hairband. Oh, Carmen, I'd be over the moon too. Okay, now I'm going to put a little gold on top here. And we're going to put a little bit of gold on the back of the hair. And then the rest of this, I'm going to use a dark brown. And it's a water-based marker. And I'm actually using the fine tip. Carmen, you have the chisel and the fine tip. Cool. I've got the chisel and the brush. Isn't that pretty? Oh, you think you have the chisel and the brush and the pastels? Okay. Now, I'm going to take my Payne's Gray pencil. And we're going to add just a little bit of shading to make that hair look dimensional. Now, before you do that, make sure that your marker area is 100% dry. Sometimes I run into trouble with that because I'm doing this on camera. And I've had a couple times where my marker wasn't quite dry. Guess what? It rips the paper. All right, everybody see how I'm adding that Payne's Gray to get dimension to the brown hair? You don't need a lot. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to start working on the dress. Now the dress is going to be an interesting project because if you look at the original, here's the original. And there's lots of detail and lots of little lines to color into. But guess what? We don't have any of that on this dress. So we're going to have to put in our own shading and shadowing. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry, I missed. You have the Disney Dreams collection, Thomas Kincaid Studios coloring book, but I can't find the same picture. Okay, this one has Beauty and the Beast on the front. And the edition is the Disney Dreams collection. It says Disney Princesses on it. Lisa, what's on the cover of your book? Snow White. Okay. Lisa, that's the other book that I've got, which is this one. And if you look through the book, there are segments in here of the one that I'm doing. Yeah. So there's one of them. This is the candle and the little clocky thing, which is right here. And I'm pretty certain that there we go. There's the one with Beauty and the Beast. It's a close-up. So if you would like to color along on this one. Okay. So let's start in on this little puppy. And I'm going to take my darker color, which is my gold. Let's see. I could probably use a darker gold. Sit tight. Okay, I've switched my golds. I'm going from this one to this one. So let me continue. Let me continue. Oh yes, oh yes. Angela, take care. Thanks again for that book. Angela, you doing okay? Okay. All right. Let's continue with our darker color. So what I'm going through, is I'm doing my darker areas of the dress based on the picture. And believe you me, there is not much area to work with. Okay, then there's going to be a reflection of her arm on the dress. And you want that reflection to get narrower and narrower at the top. And then we're going to go around the buttocks. And then we've got a little bit of our darker color on our rose. And then we have more darker area on our second rose. And a loop of our darker brown. And then this area is completely our darker brown. Now, this is where you're going to be heavily dependent on your picture. And this is also where you want to color those things that are obvious on the picture. So these little loops right now are obvious. We'll get back to them when we're ready. Okay, let's go back to our bigger loop right here. Okay. Now, between our second, let me pull out, between our two loops here, we have a dark shaded line coming down. And then to the side of that, I'm going to use my same pencil, but lighter touch. Now, what you're going to be seeing is I'm going to follow, how to explain this? I'm going to follow the coloring more than I'm going to follow the lines that are on the dress. Now, this here, I completely have to add on my own. And that's because I'm emulating what I see in the picture. Now, it's a little weird to do it this way because, of course, up to this time, we've always followed the line art as presented. Any questions as to what I'm doing and why? Trust the process. Blossom, there you are. Blossom, you need to watch the replay of this. It's a little tricky, but it's doable. All right, Blossom, I'm going to pull out and show you the coloring of our elderly lady. Hey, family first. Taco and baking cookies sound good to me. Here we have our elderly lady. Okay. Hey, when you guys bake, you need to put some cookies into a nice box for me. Them to me. Christmas. Even if they arrive broken, that's okay. A cookie is a cookie. Okay. Now I'm going to come back with yellow. And we're going to start to fill in our area now. That's our lighter shade. Now notice how I'm blending the yellow over the brown. Okay, now we've got some fingers on here, but remember she's in gloves. So I'm going to come in with a flesh color. And then a little bit of my brown. That's right. Broken cookies just feels like extra bites. Okay. Then we have our lighter areas. All right, let me slide over here. Hallelujah. Now remember, I'm just putting in my base colors here. We'll tighten all this up in a little bit. So Blossom says, out of all the Disney princesses' dresses, I've always loved Belle's the most. They're all pretty, but if I got to choose to wear one, I'd choose hers. Ah, okay. Not too shabby. Now I want you to notice that I'm taking the yellow and I'm going over that brown because I'm blending it. All right. No, I'm not doing anything. I didn't do any holiday treats. I don't usually do that since I'm flying solo these days. Oh, another cookie that I love is Mexican wedding cakes. Oh, and the stacks cookies. You make them with the chow mein stuff. Good grief, I'm making myself hungry. Okay. So, chow mein cookies, Mexican wedding cakes, chocolate chip cookie, and oatmeal cookies. That's the four kind of cookies I love. Okay, Payne's Gray. Now we're going to start shaping. So Carmen says, I don't know. Cinderella's dress kind of wins me over the sparkles and how it just flows. I do think I would do glass slippers though. Yeah, one of these books has a really beautiful picture of Cinderella. She's on the bridge with Prince Charming. Yeah, this one. Isn't that beautiful? I would do this picture just to do, in other words, I would just do the dress. That would be gorgeous. Notice the purple in the top of the dress up here, purple and blue. It's always a great combo. Okay, let's get back to Belle's dress. Oh, you love peanut butter balls, no baked chocolate peanut butter cookies. So what? You take the peanut butter and you take a small Nestle chocolate chip and roll the peanut butter around it. Okay. Now we're going to start detailing this dress. Now, again, so Linda, you used to cook up a lot of cookies, none since you've been in your wheelchair. Nut tarts and nut horns were my favorite. Oh, sugar. That's what I forgot. Sugar cookies. So now I've got 5 cookies. The haystacks, Mexican wedding cakes, sugar cookie, chocolate chip cookie, and oatmeal. Okay, so now we're taking the Payne's Gray and we're starting to detail the shading of the dress. Okay, Carmen says no. Peanut butter and confectioner's sugar and other things, and you roll them into balls and dip them in milk chocolate and place on a lined cookie sheet and let them sit. Okay. Now we have our shading. All right. Got a little enthusiastic here. Oh, they're called Ohio Buckeyes? Okay. Let's get some shading done here in her backside. And up our dress just a little bit. So Blossom says, what if they're made in California? Do I call them, or Cali, do I call them California Buckeyes? Yes. Finger blend. So which 5 of you are going to group up and pick a a cookie off my list and then send me a couple dozen of them? Will sell myself for cookies. Okay, finger blend. Now I'm going to come in with white. Carmen says nope. Oh, Blossom, number 20. Private lessons for treats. Oh. Okay. Sit on a corner and sing. Oh, with a cookie jar for tips. There we go. Perfect. Okay, notice how I'm using the white because we need to dull this down just a little bit. And then I'm going to take a pink pencil This is the pink that I'm talking about. And we're going to add a little bit of pink. To all of this. Isn't that pretty? Now, what I want you to notice about the dress is we don't have a lot to work from because the artist that did this particular picture didn't put much detail in it. And so this is where we need to wing it a little bit. Okay, now let me come back, let me come back with my Payne's Gray because we need to make this dark area a little darker, so I'm just restoring that. Now, this is where a number of you get stupid with your coloring and you have all sorts of panic attacks when your dress doesn't match the one on the left. Well, guys, you're never going to get that. So get it out of your mind right now. Okay. Finger blend. Not too much. Now I'll smooth that out tomorrow night. But here are the two dresses. Not too shabby. And that's right, Lisa. Keep in mind, this is an oil color. Or oil painting is what I meant to say. I'm going to add a little more pink to this tomorrow night. So guys, nobody answered my question last night or the other night. Do Beauty and the Beast get married? Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. I hope you learned something from it. I hope that you are encouraged to start your own pages out of these books. They are wonderful teaching tools. All right. So tonight we worked on our elderly lady with our skin wrinkles. Grandma's and Grandpa's Jubilee is the book. All right, somebody needs to research that question. If Belle and the Beast get married. Okay, and then this is the last piece I worked on tonight. Not too shabby. So Lisa, they end up together. Of course, it's a Disney movie. Oh, Blossom, you didn't know about the Buckeye? Now you know, courtesy of Linda. Okay, guys. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, guys. Joyous, joyous coloring. Oh, that's funny, Lisa. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Guys, please share this broadcast. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for people that need to have the company. I can't impress that enough. That's why I always hope that you guys would share it at the beginning of the broadcast so if somebody stumbles on it, they can come in. Okay, so hit that like button. I see you're doing that. Thank you. Oh, the beauty agreed to marry the beast, which broke the curse, and he turned into a handsome man. Oh, got it. Thank you, Linda. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the evening. I'm going to go stuff my face. I had a lot of fun doing this for you. I had a lot of fun doing our elderly lady, too. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. See you tomorrow night. Oh, and hold on. I also did a flip through of this book. This is from Angie. Celebrations coloring book by Thomas Kincaid based on Disney. It is wrong book. No, this is the right one. Jeez. This one's from Angie, the Posh Coloring Book, Thomas Kincaid. One of these days, I'll find my mind. Okay, guys, take care. Till tomorrow night, then. Have a good evening. Bye.